guys, Macca here from Melee.co, and in today's stream we are going to do some tech practice and we will do some net play if anyone is awake yet. Let me just go ahead and go into my dashboard and update stream because we're not doing net play versus Raikou, we're doing solo, grind, plus Oz net play. Alright, so we'll go ahead and update that information. Put the feelers out for some net play this morning. See if anyone's keen. Start with just a little warm up. Alright, let's just do some shield drops for a couple minutes. Get these hands warm. I decided I need to, because I was playing yesterday afternoon, and I was really having a hard time the first guy I played, and for about half an hour, I felt like I really wasn't playing my best melee. It was my C game, definitely, if not my D game. It was just, movement was not coming out, it was sloppy, it was not fast, it was just really bad. So I was thinking, for tournaments and things like that, you get 30-second hand warmers is like something you can do before each game. So I was thinking of creating like some sort of sequence for my 30-second hand warmers that would kind of get me in the zone. So like would include a shield drop left and a shield drop right just to test my shield drops to make sure my controller is fine. Then do maybe some wave dash off platform and then some crouching wave dashes across or something. Add in like a ledge dash. I don't know. I want to like create some sort of sequence that I can do that will just take about 30 seconds and will just get me warmed up and ready to go. Probably need to include some fast falls in there as well. A couple of short hops as well. I don't know, something to think about and something to do. So I redid my overlay. This is a word to Thriles, who is very nitpicky with this sort of stuff, versus me, who isn't. That, you know, my overlay is not perfect, but it never will be. Something I learned from doing years of running my own websites is that you can spend days, hours upon hours tweaking little things, but at the end of the day, it has very little results. Like it doesn't really affect anything at all. Especially like I'm starting streaming now. I've got 5 followers. You know, no one's gonna notice if my stream background is exactly the right color or not. You know, it's not that big a deal. As long as it looks fine, that's fine. So my big thing is like functionality first, then aesthetics second. So get the functionality, needs to do what it's meant to do, which I feel like my layout does. I've got my latest follower in there, Dozium, my man. Dozium's a new guy to the Gold Coast scene who seems to be really getting into it, which is great to see. The last guy we got on the Gold Coast scene who really got into it was Scared. And dude, I've been playing like over 2 years. Scared's been playing like 6 months. And he's already better than me, taking names, doing really well. But I think with the amount of practice I'm doing, I might be catching up to him. He did lose to Bra at the last event, which is the other Jigglypuff in Queensland who's better than me. So, you know, I got a chance. He hasn't completely got the Puff matchup worked out. But yeah, he got right into it and he's done really well. So I think Dozium, I see the potential in him as a gamer, as a melee player. So hopefully he sticks with it. Hopefully he finds a main that he's happy with and can settle on. I'll have to start creating some more like tutorial videos as well. We had a good session yesterday afternoon. We had quite a few people viewing in. We had people in the chat. It was super fun when people in the chat. It's really fun. Alright, there looks like there is no one to net play, which means solo grind this morning, which I'm kind of disappointed in. I want to do some net play. I want to practice my wave dash out shields. I want to practice my shield drops, my short hops. I think after we get to the 3-minute mark, we might do some short hop practice. These shield drops are looking pretty good. I don't have the thing anymore where I start the day and my shield hops are crap and I need to warm up for 10 minutes. I think I needed to warm up for like 10 seconds and my shield hops were there. I mean, shield drops were there. So pretty happy with how shield dropping is going. So other thing is short hopping, which is something that is messing up in a lot of games. So it's just something that just need to constantly be aware of and constantly be working on. In games, the chance of me doing like a standing drift short hop fast fall is really small. I can short hop, but then I forget to fast fall. So that's kind of like where my short hops are at the moment, is like I have to really focus to do them, which puts me in bad positions because I'm not thinking about the rest of the game because I'm just so focused on executing the tech. Like I think I was playing net play yesterday and I just like short hopped into a fox who was just standing there and he just up smashed me and I died. So that's just like an idea of the lack of awareness that I have when I'm short hopping. So the tech skill needs to get better with that one for sure. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10's pretty good. So easy to run short hop back or dash short hop back, but I guess like the short hops I really need to work on standing short hops, fade away, even like standing still short hops. I like get under pressure and like can't do it. But I feel like in practice they are so easy to execute, right? I love the book Peak by Anders Ericsson, who's a psychologist who studied expert performance. But I'd be really interested because he talks about deliberate practice and like constantly trying to do things you can't do is the way to get better. Trying to do it. But I wonder, like muscle memory, like repeating things that you can clearly do, right? So I can short hop, fast fall really consistently by myself. But when I play against other players, I can't do it. So like obviously I need to try and do it when I'm playing against other people. That's obvious. But is there value in practicing it right now? Like getting this muscle memory down pat, like just practicing the same thing over and over. Is that worth it if it's not hard? Like if I'm not pushing myself, if I'm not getting it wrong and getting feedback and need to adjust, because the feedback is, yeah, you got it. Like short hopping across, that's fine. Yeah, is there value in that? I don't know if there is. I feel like there is. I don't know how swimmers do it, right? Swimmers, they just go forwards and backwards across the pool. They're always doing like the same thing, basically. They're swimming. Freestyle. Trying to get that little bit faster. It's so interesting to like understand their mentality, how they like focus in those situations. And whether it is valuable. Like my guess is it is. That I remember listening to an interview, I think with Michael Gervais. He's got a podcast called Mastery. And he was talking to a swimmer. I think it was a female athlete. And she was talking about how she went from just doing her laps, like being like a zombie basically. Like not even thinking, just like going through the motions and doing it. So she went from doing that to being really conscious about the way that she was swimming when she was practicing, like being really conscious about each of her strokes, trying to make them like perfect. And she said that she got better over time as a result. So maybe that's something that I need to listen to again, is that podcast episode, to try and work out, you know, what should my mental focus be? What should I be thinking about when I'm grinding out this tech skill and trying to get stuff happening? Really excited for Thursday this week. So it's currently Tuesday as I'm doing this. Really excited for Thursday because it'll be my first tournament in like 3 weeks. It's been like 3 weeks since I've been to a tournament, and I have been practicing. You know, I don't think that's going to magically make me perform better, but I get really excited when people are like, I ask them, you know, have you been practicing much? Nah, you know, I haven't. I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. Like, I have, and even if that means, like, doesn't mean I'll beat you today, if I'm practicing and you're not, then I'm getting better and you're probably not. Like, so I get really excited when people are like, nah, I'm not really practicing, don't really practice much. It was interesting, I was talking to the missus, not last night, the night before, just about Melee and this like kind of experiment I'm doing at the moment. So if you head over to my website at Melee.co, you see I'm tracking like all my training and stuff over there. I realized, like, as I was talking to her, it's less about just the game for me, and it's more about, can deliberate practice over a period of time like actually make you a better player, and can you link practice in any way to performance and skill level improvement. So it's like a big theory that I'm like trying to test on myself. Like, it's a theory that really, like, it's kind of been proven like through psychological studies and stuff like that. It's really interesting to do it myself as a case study and try and, you know, use all this data and stuff like that. It was interesting hearing Armada the other day talk about how he's feeling burnt out. Really sad to hear that. I guess he must have just been putting in like so much practice time for like big events like Evo and stuff like that. He's number one. He wants to stay number one. Must be pretty stressful for him. But it's sad to hear that he's burnt out. And even watching Hungrybox and the way Hungrybox plays lately, I do question whether he's burnt out as well. Like, watching him play at Evo in 2016 and the passion that he had for it, versus watching like some of his games, like watching him versus Leffen at Gommel. It's kind of like, that's not prime Hungrybox. Like, I watched the Mango analysis of it as well. And even Mango's like talking about like, Hungrybox is just giving Leffen free hits. And maybe like he just wasn't playing well that day, but it's just, even like, there's a Hungrybox video about him at Evo, and he just says little things about how, you know, he won it last year, and so he doesn't really care if he wins it this year. He did get sick, granted, but I think it was before he was sick that he was even saying this. But maybe he's just like happy with his number 2 spot. He has gotten a lot better though. Like even since Evo last year, looking back on stuff, like even that's 3 years old to his puff today, far out, it is so much better today than it was 3 years ago. The like punishes that he gets, the follow-ups that he gets. Even watching like Mango's puff back in the day, 2009, it's like, how is this puff one of the best in the world? But then like, it's been what, 8 years now? The game is like crazy more advanced now than it was back then. And people are so much better at it. They've had so much longer to get better, to work stuff out, people take it more seriously. It's just like, Mango's puff was, I think it was missing edge guards on Captain Falcon, like pretty standard edge guards for puff. Kind of made me think, you know, this is probably a top 100 puff, but doesn't look like a top 10 puff by today's standards. Though, when I watched Mango's friendlies against like Alex19 and stuff like that, his puff, like his more recent puff, it's real good, hey. It's a really good puff. And he chooses so many different options to Hungrybox as well, which is nice. Like, and they're not like, it's not like Hungrybox always chooses better options because he plays it. Mango just like thinks about things differently. The way he uses up air is amazing. I'm pretty hungry this morning. I'm gonna need to get myself some food soon. It was really interesting to hear that if you start fast falling, if you just tap it, then you'll fast fall for the entirety of the fall. You don't have to hold it down. I used to think you have to hold down to fast fall. But you don't. So I thought that was really cool that when you're in the air, if you just tap down to fast fall, you just fast fall for the entirety of it. You don't have to hold it down, which means you then free up your control stick to do aerial movement. We're gonna keep short hop practicing till we get down to 1 minute, because then we would have done 15 minutes. Then we'll go into do some crouching wave dashes. Hopefully, if people are tuning in, please join in the chat. Definitely makes it a better stream when we can chat and talk. Dude, I'm gonna be so stoked when I can ledge dash. I feel like that's gonna be like such a good option. Like Marth's there and then you can just like ledge dash and grab him. Oh man, when he's doing that fucking down tilt. And you can just go BAM! Ledge dash grab. throw him off stage. Fuck you, Mark. That would be so sick. Alright, where were we? Short hops. Another one is like running, short hop. That's one I gotta get better at. That's probably my worst one at the moment. Running, short, oh, I'm stuffing it. Running, short hop back. That one's fine. Short hopping this way is fine. Standing short hops, but like running, short hop forward, that's pretty hard. It's because I use the analog stick for my jumps. That's what makes short hopping so hard for me, because it's not just a tap of the jump button. I basically rarely use the jump button. I use it for, like if I do a jab, reset, rest, I'll run in, jump, and then rest using the jump button. Well, there's other small situations where I might use it. Not really consciously though. It's kind of like those really fast situations. What about when I shield drop? No. If I shield drop jump up, that's with analog stick. Wave dashing, that's with analog stick. Alright, so try and get some net play happening. In Australia, we don't have Anther's ladder, so I can't just queue up or anything like that. I've got to go into Discord and ask if someone wants to net play, and if no one's around, it's just shit. Alright, so shield drop practice. Let's just write this up. So notes, within about 10 seconds, my shield drops were perfect. No need to warm it up anymore. It's becoming an unconscious skill. So I track all my practice over at Melee.co. I should probably put that somewhere on my stream. So 15 minutes, short hop practice. Focus on standing, short hop, full, drift, aerial, fast falls. Was fairly consistent, but had to focus, otherwise I would end up full hopping. Notice that I need to practice running, short hop, forward, as this is my weakest type of short hop at the moment. I also need to practice standing shuffles in game under pressure. Alright, so shield drops, they're pretty good. I just need to keep doing my 5 minutes a day, I think, to practice those. Short hops, might do like 10 minutes a day. They're pretty boring though. I also need to do some crouching wave dashes. So I might do some free flow punish practice. So, Dr. Mario. If Rachel was here, I would do some practice against Dr. Mario. Rachel was just a chick who was in the chat last night. One of the first people when I was streaming under Macca MC that was having a conversation in the chat. So that was good. But nah, for now we'll do some punish against Fox. We'll just put on half an hour. I don't know if we'll do that long. Oh, what stage do we want to do? Let's go Fountain of Dreams. I'd like to get good at this stage. My favorite stages at the moment is Yoshi's number 1, then Battlefield, because you gotta love Battlefield. I do like Pokemon. My least favorite stage would be FD. So my favourite stages will be Yoshi's, then Battlefield. I just wish Yoshi's was better for buff. Like, if I know I'm going to beat someone, I'll take them to Yoshi's. Because, like, if someone's worse skill level than me, we'll go to Yoshi's, for sure. But when they're, like, equal to me, I, like, can't really go to Yoshi's because it is not puff favoured. So Yoshi's, Battlefield. Then I want Fountain to be my third favourite, I think. Oh, something I wanted to check actually was when Fox does a get up attack, can you roll through it and rest it? So we'll do a bit of this practice and then we'll test that out and see if that's something that's possible. That's something I was thinking about last night before I went to bed. You know, because I'm that kind of guy that's just thinking about Melee before he goes to bed. Also, I wonder what percent jab, reset, forward smash is better than jab, reset, rest. That was meant to be a rest. I also love that rest. That rest is sick. Shield drop rest. Something that would also be sick, like if they're in a tech roll situation and you think they're going to roll to the edge, you read it by rolling to the edge yourself. We've got to get a spot where there's no platform. This platform's going down. So let's turn around. Could also work, like if you think they're just gonna if you think they're just gonna get up, could you roll rest? Missed that third one. Go talk to Thralls about sick tech shit I should be practicing. Oh, okay, that didn't work. Because he told me over a year ago This is one for Thralls. Alright? Over a year ago, Thralls told me, shield dropping is so good, man. You should learn to shield drop. I'm like, whatever, dude. Shield drop's real technical. Who really cares about shield dropping? He's like the only person who did it, like, at the time. It might have been like the best players in Queensland did it, and Thralls did it. And like that was it. And he was like, dude, you should learn how to shield drop. Listen to me. I know my tech. I know what I'm talking about. I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about, man. I don't need to shield drop. And then I learned how to shield drop only like this month. So a year later, and I'm like texting him going, dude, shield dropping is so good. And then I'm watching like another puff, an analysis of like just some random puff, and he never shield drops. Like he clearly can't shield drop, like doesn't know how to. Because even in situations where it'd be a great way to get away, he doesn't use it. Like washing out, I'm like, dude, not being able to shield drop is so limiting. Why didn't I listen to Thralls before? So now I need to call up Thralls and ask, what's next on the list, man? Got shield dropping, what's next? I know he'll say wave dash off platforms, which I'm already working on. So what's next after that? Dude, I can't rest this fox when he's sleeping. So hard. Oh dude, what game was it where there was one game, you know, Hungrybox came down with an up air and then jabbed, or he did a double jab. You know what I should be practicing? Oh, this is how I should be practicing wave dash out of shield. Oh. Still no one's in net play, unfortunately. But yes, got it. The only problem with Vanilla Fox, there's a couple of problems with him. First is his like lack of teching. I don't mind the like no DI because it gives you opportunity to experiment with the timings of things. But his recovery is just so bad, and if you hit him once, he like won't try again. It was a crazy one Hungrybox got against Leffen. Like where he covered Fox grabbing the ledge with a down air. I mean with the back air, but then he like jumped and got a reverse forward air. Leffen just had no chance. It was real good. Oof. I feel like down air is so good for edge guarding. I need more practice to know exactly when. But yeah, I feel like it's really good. So after this punish session, we are going to test if we can read that a fox, or Falco for that matter, is going to do a get up attack from the ledge. Can we roll in and rest them? Like increasing my rest situations. I've got the get up from ledge rest, which works really well against forward smashes and stuff like that. Oh, I thought I had another jump. Shield drop rest is amazing. Watch this. Oh, did you see that rest? Did you see that rest? Let's do it. Let's see it again. Oh, we missed. Okay, it's pretty frame tight. Oh, that was too slow. Oh, too slow. Okay. There we go. Look at that. Actually, you know what would be very interesting to test? Oh, missed my jump. Is you know how when H-Box does a rest, he starts mashing his controller like a crazy person. Like he's trying to get out of a wobble or something. Does that actually minimize the downtime of rest or not? Like, is there some sort of like IASA frames that he's just trying to get? Or is it completely in vain and it's just to stress out the other person? Well, that's another rest. Shield drop, jump up. If they're not expecting it. That one though, oh, the shield drop rest, when you get it, feels so good. Oh, I missed the turnaround. Alright, if you are tuning in, please join in the chat. Make this a more interesting stream for everyone. As well, if you can follow, that would be greatly appreciated. I gotta get my follow alerts happening. I love Jigglypuff's edge guards. Seriously. I think Jigglypuff seriously has the best edge guard game of anyone. Closest, I think, would be Peach, maybe? Because Peach can just go so low. Sheik's edgeguard game is pretty good. We've got to get something better than that because normal people, good players, would tech that. So easy to tech. Alright, got to be more aware of that timing. Ooh. Hopefully we can get someone. Hopefully we can get someone to net play soon. Let's get that shield drop rest again. Bam! Bam! Feels so good. Feels so good when you get it. Oh, taunt me. You want to taunt me? That's what you get. You get shield drop rested for taunting me. My shield's probably so stale right now. Not my shield. My rest, I mean. But now it won't be. Ooh. Oh, that was so risky. Okay, don't do that. I gotta stop singing towards the ledge. Oh. That was accidental. I did the wrong move, but hey, it worked. So hard not to get caught. Nair would have covered that. So hard not to get caught in that Firefox sometimes. Oh, okay, that was good. Because there's some percents where I get the up air and a second up air won't work. We just discovered that forward air can work. Oh, we wanted the ledge there. So it's usually like, so you do up air, re-grab. Didn't work then. That one was easy. So, get the re-grab. Oh, too early, too early. Something I need to get better at actually is just using up tilt. See, then should I have fallen down on him? So up tilt in general, I like often up smash or jab comes out instead. So that's actually some tech I need to randomly get better at. What was that? Honeybox would like fall down. See how I did like the up smash then? So most of the time up tilt's better. It's like 1 frame later to come out than up smash. So why did I up smash then? Why didn't I double up tilt? So he missed that tech. I should have got the rest before. So that was a situation where forward air would work. You want to get the hard hit though. Should have been pound. Oh. There we go, there we go. Oh, just missed that one. Just missed that one. So that needs to be a bit delayed. There we go, we covered it that time. There we go, there we go. So sick when that happens. See how I like, can't get the follow up on the up smash. That would have been like a tech jump, wall jump to maybe a high Firefox, or they're really good at side B. The fast fall made that work. That was good. trying to get my punish practice down. That second jump was good. Second jump to the fair. It's meant to be a back air, but I gotta stop singing for the ledge. That pretty well smothered him. If he went high, it probably would have caught him. If he went for the ledge, which he did, it caught him. If you're tuning in, jump in the chat. Love to hear from people who are here. Just say hey. Oh, that's pretty good. 100%. Look how far that goes. That's forward tilt. I wonder if you can get edge guard with it. Oh! Going high from the ledge. Better than down tilt. Down tilt's... Yeah, it's better than down tilt. Could be good for like, say you get an up air. Even just that, like if you're on the edge, he's in the corner, you don't want to jump. It's got pretty good range. I feel like it could be a good edge guard. I don't know. I think there's other things that are probably... So that was up air, full tilt. Oh, I went the wrong way. Alright, there we go. 30 minutes of punish practice. Of Fox punish practice, level 1, vanilla, FOD. Alright, what notes are we going to write about this? Practice timings, double bearing Fox off stage at low percents. Also practice covering Fox's double jump to ledge. What else do we do? realize I need to practice up tilt more, as often it doesn't come out properly. Overall, just got more comfortable comboing fox. Discoveries. At low to mid percent, when you up air fox and a second up air likely to miss. Forward air, let's just write fair can be used. I have to find the stream link to that, otherwise I won't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Alright, come on, let's get some net play happening. Alright, so now we want to test, so it's 10 past 9, so we're doing some labbing now. So we want to test if foxes get up attack, if I can roll in. Alright, so second player will be fox. Let's set the timer. Not that it really matters, but it is, okay, 10 past. Let's just set it to half an hour. Alright, we're going to go to battlefield. So we are testing if the fox get up attack under 100%. If you read it, you can roll in and rest it as puff. Alright, so let's go player 2. Alright. Okay, so let's turn on debug mode. Develop mode, I mean. The development's on, X plus up, should be on pause. Okay. Alright, so grab the ledge, we're going to save this state, press right. That's a strange noise. Okay, so we save the state. Alright, let's record. We'll just give Fox some time on the ledge just to chill. He's just chilling on there for 40 frames. Then he's going to do his get up attack. Here goes his crazy get up attack. Look at that. Hits me while I'm there. You crazy son of a bitch. Alright, then we're going to hold. We want to shield. Okay. And we'll just let that keep going for a bit. Alright, that is fine. So now let's put it to playback. Alright, player 1 now controlled by player 1. Alright, so he should do a get up attack. Oh, I did the playback on player 1. Well, it should have been on player 2. Damn. Okay. Alright, let's fix this to recording. We'll just give him 30 frames on the ledge, so half a second. Now he's going to do his get up attack. Oh, fucked it. Alright. .30 frames on the ledge. Oh, I just turned infinite shields on. So he's doing his get up attack. Bam. Look at that, you crazy mofo. Now we're going to go into shield. Great. And we'll just leave him in shield for a while. And that'll do. Now we'll go playback. Perfect. Alright. So I think it's not possible. Alright, so now let's test it if he doesn't shield. I think we'll get the rest if he doesn't shield. So this is not a guaranteed rest because if he goes into shield, then it doesn't work. So, again, we'll give him 30 frames on the ledge. That seems to be working pretty well. Now we're going to do our get up attack. And then maybe we'll jump. Alright, so now let's do playback. Probably not frame perfect there, but that's okay. It'll serve our purpose. Okay, yeah, so that works. What am I doing wrong? Alright, so it's super frame tight to even get it at all. Alright, let's test Falcos now. So that was 10 minutes of testing that one. So exports up. Alright, so let's change this to Falco. Let's do the same test. Alright. Player 1, player 2, controlled by a human. Let's just have him stand there for a sec. So I'll just get in place here. Player 2, controlled by... Oh. Right, player 1. It's too far back. Alright, let's pause it. Player 1 controlled by player 2, so he's not doing anything. And now we're controlling Falco. Yep. Alright. Let's save that state. So player 2, we're going to put the recording in. Right, so let's do the same. We'll do about 30 frames. Where he's just kind of chilling. Let's do 40. Alright, now he's going to do his get up attack. And then he's going to hold shield. Alright, let's set that to playback. Player 1 controlled by player 1. So not only do you not get it, but you die as a result because the if you hit his shield, so those ones are missing his shield. But if you hit his shield, the pushback knocks you off the edge. Alright, so that's pretty bad. We don't want to be doing that. Alright, let's type up our notes. 15 minutes. Labbing. Roll to rest versus Fox, Falco, get up, attack. Notes, not a guaranteed rest, and actually kills you if they shield due to the knockback from the rest. So basically, don't do this. It can actually work if they don't shield, but so frame tight that it wouldn't really be worth going for. Oh. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna go eat some food. And I'll be back in about 5-10 minutes.
Alright.